When it comes to breathing, there are two types of people, those that do and those that don't. And as a healthcare provider, I would like to assert my position that those that do breathe are healthier than those that don't. The thing is that with breathing, the way you do it really matters. And if you don't breathe properly, it can lead to these habits that become problems not just with your lungs, but with your posture and even with your heart and your blood pressure. So I want to take the next few moments to explain to you some simple things you can do to breathe better, breathe easier, and be healthier as a result. One of the most common problems people suffer when it comes to breathing is that they use only the top part of their lungs. And that's a habit that we acquire over a lifetime of some bad habits. Usually that's because of posture, and I'll get to posture in a minute. I want to show you a simple way that you can make sure that you're breathing not just to here, but all the way down to here, and oxygenating using that full capacity that you have. Essentially, what you need to do is make sure you're using your diaphragm. It's a great big muscle at the base of the lungs, at the bottom of your rib cage. And what the diaphragm does is it drops down when your lungs inflate, and it allows them to fill with oxygen. If you're breathing shallowly, like many of us do, then when you breathe, your diaphragm doesn't move a whole lot. And one way you can measure that is by looking at your gut. If your gut or your belly comes out when you breathe, then you're using your diaphragm better. And so people who breathe better actually breathe with their gut. And so as you inhale, try to let your belly expand, and that way you'll know you're using your diaphragm. It's dropping all the way down. Your lungs are going to get more oxygen. Now if your lungs get more oxygen, it can do a couple of things. One, it'll make sure that there's more oxygen for your heart. And if there's more oxygen going to your heart from your lungs, your heart doesn't have to work as hard. And if your heart doesn't have to work as hard, then you are just decreasing your chances of having high blood pressure and other heart-related problems. So by breathing a little bit better, you might be able to minimize your need for blood pressure medication, which is a nice benefit, a nice simple drug-free way to make yourself healthier. Now, the other thing I want to point out, one more thing on this video, is this type of posture that a lot of us get. And if you do this with me, go into this posture and then try to take a deep breath. It's pretty hard to do. You're compressing everything here. Now if you stand up nice and straight, bring your head back over your shoulders and roll your shoulders back, and then take a deep breath, you'll find that you can oxygenate better. However, I don't want you to oxygenate with your rib cage. Don't elevate your shoulders so much as stick out your belly. And make sure that you use your full lung capacity. As you use your ribs, you're just using the auxiliary muscles that are there for when you get in an emergency situation, when you need extra oxygen. So if you're being chased by a tiger, it's okay to elevate your shoulders when you breathe. But if you're just standing around or sitting at your desk, try not to lift your rib cage much. Try to focus all the breathing down here. And if you do that, you're going to be healthier and you're going to be a lot happier too. So that's my health tip of the month.